Are you going to sue Blake Lively too?
Into oblivion, Megan. Wait till you see this lawsuit and how she bullied her way through the process to take over the movie and used her PR people to try and destroy Justin. And we're carefully considering other people that will be sued also. And some of them will come as a surprise. Ryan Reynolds, for sure.
Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, please shut Justin Baldoni's lawyer up. Please shut him up. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds want to gag Justin Baldoni's lawyer, claiming he's making false statements about the case. All he's doing, he's not making false statements about the case. All he's doing is pulling from Justin Baldoni's lawsuit and pulling evidence from Justin Baldoni's lawsuit, which they have. The megastars filed a letter in court Tuesday, and in it, they asked the court to issue a protective order to stop Baldoni's lawyer, led by Brian Freeman, from engaging in improper conduct, including going on an alleged harassing and retaliatory media campaign against Blake and Ryan. They say he's violating court rules that stop a lawyer from making statements to the press that are irrelevant to a case and might prejudice the jury. What's the press? What is the press? Well, I saw him on Megyn Kelly. And this is where he announced, we're going to sue everybody. No one is safe. We're suing everyone. New York Times, Blake Lively, and Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds will be sued. That's the one that I saw him on. And then after this, Megyn Kelly went on Ben Shapiro's show and talked about this whole Blake Lively situation. So more and more people are starting to talk about this, and they don't like that because it might not lead to a fair trial. There might be prejudice in the jury. Blake and Ryan specifically mentioned the release of unedited footage from It Ends With Us filming, which Blake's team claims corroborates the letter, what Miss Lively described in her initial complaints. So this footage was out there. They didn't want it out. Well, why do they want to gag him? I imagine that they want to gag the lawyer because all of this is looking terrible for Blake Lively. It is really looking like she lied, like she deliberately lied in order to ruin this man's career. Sources connected to Justin Baldoni tell TMZ that they believe it's grossly unfair to impose a gag order after Justin has been defamed by the New York Times in an article that they say has cost him 3 jobs and hundreds of millions of dollars. All Justin wanted to do is release these videos and text messages to prove the allegations are false. The source adds, it is unbelievable that Blake Lively would go on a takedown campaign against Justin and then immediately turn around and say she wants a gag order so Justin can't defend himself. And I absolutely 100% agree. If you are in the right here, you have not lied. Everything in your lawsuit is 100% true. It is not a work of fiction. It's not made up. It's not blown way out of proportion. It is true. If everything that you allege in your lawsuit is true, then what are you afraid of? Why do you want to gag him? Personally, I think that she can't handle all of this negative press. She couldn't handle the negative press. She couldn't possibly believe that all of this negative press was of her own making during the promotion of It Ends With Us. She can't possibly think or fathom that anything that she did was wrong, and it had to have come from Justin Baldoni's team. It was him. And since Justin Baldoni allowed her to basically walk all over him, she views him, I think that Blake Lively looks at Justin Baldoni and sees a doormat. I think that she walked all over him during production and really tied his hands because she wouldn't promote the movie. She would get the cast to boycott the movie if she didn't get her way. So she was able to walk all over Justin. He wasn't able to do anything about it. And I think that when she filed this, in her mind, because she got away with so much during the production, marketing, and release of this movie, she thought that she could once again get away with this. But now it's impacting his career. He is losing money. He is losing jobs. He's getting awards taken away from him. He's being fired from projects. And he finally is standing up for himself. I think that Blake Lively looked at Justin Baldoni and saw a weaker man. And I don't say weak in terms of morally weak or anything like that. I think that, as far as their stature in Hollywood, their positions in Hollywood, she viewed him as lower than her. I don't think that she expected him to fight back as aggressively as his lawyer has been fighting back. And as bad as the marketing looked for Blake Lively, the movie itself performed well. It was successful. It was a successful movie. It was done. People had moved on. People have stopped talking about it. But I don't think that Blake Lively could handle the general public, the viewing audience, speaking badly about her. I don't think that she could handle that. And she had to get back at Justin in some way. Because even though she got everything that she wanted, the audience, the viewing audience came out in support of Justin Baldoni. He was getting a lot of praise. And people were viewing her as tone deaf. And she couldn't handle that. She had to take him down again. But I'm glad he's fighting back. I think that initially when her claim came out, people were taken aback. They were shocked. And they took her side until he sued. And then you really saw all of the evidence. You really saw all of the context. And then he sued Blake, Ryan, and their publicist, and even more came out. And now this video comes out. Seriously, if you look at the public's opinion, people who are following this case, people who are covering this case, a lot of people don't believe Blake Lively. Everything that she's released so far has been really lacking in context. All of the context, everything released in full is coming from Justin Baldoni's side. From everything that's been released, the narrative really is on Justin Baldoni's side because they're releasing so much that doesn't corroborate anything that she's alleged in her lawsuit. It's looking really bad for her. And I think that that's the real reason they want to put a gag order on Justin Baldoni's lawyer. People are looking at this and saying, wow, she's really taking advantage of the Me Too movement again, of the believe all women again. She's taking advantage of that. She's abusing her position of power. And something like that in Hollywood, they're going to have a hard time bouncing back, especially in the eyes of the public. Anyways, you guys, that's it for me. Let me know what y'all think in those comments down below, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye, everyone.